Hello tribe, how is everybody today? It is a stunningly beautiful day here in Ohio, and so I wanted to make this video outside today. Of course, now that I'm out here and I finally found a spot that I can sit, that it's not blazing, like blazingly bright, and I can actually see myself, I realized that it's about to get really busy around me with school buses. So if you start having trouble hearing me, please let me know. Hey Sandra. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today, it kind of was something that was stirring through my mind last night when I was getting ready for bed, but it's the power of my routines, like the things that really run my day, my morning routines. And while I'm so focused on my morning routine, last night as I was getting ready for bed, I realized the backbone to my entire morning routine is my night routine. And so I've done a lot of reading. There's a really great book. It's called The Morning Miracle. You can find that. There's like specific ones. The Morning Miracle for, I'm making this up, a Morning Miracle for salespeople, the Morning Miracle for teachers. I don't know. There's lots of different versions, but the just basic Morning Miracle. And it talks about how there's a famous quote, you know, if you run the morning, you run your day. And I do so totally believe that. And I believe our morning routines are incredibly powerful. But I also know that the nighttime routine is what will make or break your morning routine. So if you are trying to have your mornings run smoother, if you're trying to fit in a new activity in your morning, perhaps you're trying to work on maybe reading your Bible more, or you're trying to fit in 20 minutes of exercise, that's all, you know, that's something you're trying to put into your morning routine, but it's something you have to prep for the night before. So like, for example, for me, like when this kind of became the topic in my head last night, when I was getting ready for bed, I was setting myself up for the morning, because my morning routine starts, I have a supplement I take first thing every single morning, and I mean like literally first thing. So when the alarm goes off, I sit up and I take it. So before I go to bed at night, I put it by my bed. I have my glass of water. So, you know, I have to have a glass of water. I have to have the supplement there. Like I have that already. The dogs are out here with me too, was the other concern I had. Hang on. Hey. Sorry. I don't even know what they're barking at. But so, you know, I had that going on. You know, part of waking up on time to even get your day started is going to bed on time. So that's connected. I always try to make sure I'm in bed at a certain time. I don't wear a lot of makeup or anything, but I really am, the older I get, I'm worried about things. So like, you know, I have to put this moisturizer on at night if I want to wake up and have nice looking skin. So there's so many things I do at night to make my morning go better. So I want you to kind of, you know, I don't know what your morning routine is. I don't know what goals you have. I don't know if you're trying to just, like I said, get things to run smoother for you, or if you're trying to add something new in. But I want you to think about when you are awake at night, you are still, to me, the struggle with adding something or trying to figure out your morning routine in the morning is that it's morning. You're just waking up. It's a new day, you know, all that kind of stuff. So try and think at night before you go to bed, what can I do to make my morning go smoother? If that's laying out your workout clothes, or heck, people, I give this tip a lot to my clients. If you're a morning worker outer and you're struggling with it, put your workout clothes on before you go to bed. Sleep in them. They're super comfortable anyway. What is it? Shorts and a t-shirt, yoga pants and a tank top. Sleep in them. I don't care what you smell like when you come in to work out, or if you're going to crawl out into your living room or basement to work out, then that is truly no excuse. When you wake up, you're dressed and ready. So it's just little things like that. Try and think, what can I do at night before I go to bed to make my morning go smoother? And so those are like the tasks, those are the activities of your nighttime routine and your morning routine. And you know, I mean, I've heard, I want to say it was Tony Robbins who said sometimes you can look around a room and you can tell who has what routines. And you really, I mean, sometimes I laugh because it seems kind of judgmental, but sometimes too you can look around at a room and you can tell who has a beauty routine that they really follow. You know, whose hair is really in place, whose makeup is really on point, or you can tell who is like super physically fit. You know that person has some sort of workout routine that they're following. So, you know, think about what routines you are using on a day-to-day basis, and realize that they're creating you, they're carving out your lifestyle for you. So if you have some routines that maybe aren't the best, maybe you're playing on Facebook until 11:30 at night, maybe you're hitting the snooze button 17 times in the morning, maybe you're vegging out in front of the TV, when you could be using that last half hour to get ready for the next day. So you can have good routines, but you can also have bad. But the thing I want to talk to you about most of all about your nighttime routine in preparation for your morning routine is the mental state that you're in, the intent that you take when you take with you, take in your brain, take in your soul when you go to bed at night. And this is something that I started practicing probably a month ago. And nobody has to know you're doing it. If Tom's watching this, he's hearing it for the first time. But when you're laying in bed and you're getting yourself ready and you're settled down. So like if you're reading before bed, this is not the time to do it. It's when you literally have the lights out. Radar. Mommy's talking. When you have the lights out and you're not asleep yet, but everything's shut down. You are in bed, eyes are closed. Go into your mind and think of the intent. What do you want to happen tomorrow? And maybe you're one of those people who you've got a lot of stuff going on in your head and you're like, I'm worried about this and I'm worried about that and I'm worried about this. That's okay. Let that stuff come. And then as that worry pops up, turn it into a positive intent. So for example, I'm worried because tomorrow I've got to go to the doctor and there's going to be some tests. Okay, I let that pop up. Tomorrow is going to be awesome because when I go to the doctor, my tests are going to be fantastic. Take that intent, think with that, sit with that, let that swirl through your head as you're falling asleep. A lot of times, fortunately, I don't go to bed with a lot of worries on my mind. So a lot of times what I just try to do is remind myself that tomorrow morning is going to be amazing. I'm going to get so much accomplished. I'm going to help so many people tomorrow. I'm going to get to enjoy the weather. And that's a tough one for me because as much as I try, I'm not a fan of cold or rain. And I know that sounds silly, but I really have to talk if I go to bed knowing it's going to rain the next day, I'm like, it's going to be great. I'm going to get so much done because it's going to be rainy. So I'm going to be able to be inside without feeling like I should be outside. I mean, I will literally work on my head and try to spin things around and set that intent in my mind. And I'm telling you, the more you practice this, you will realize when you wake up the next morning, the first thing that's going to pop through your head is the intent you set the night before. And it's amazing. It starts slow, but the more you practice this, the more you practice going to bed, setting the intention for the next morning. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a particular event that's going to happen the next day. It just has to be you going to bed knowing in your heart and in your mind that the next day is going to be amazing. Because you guys really think about it. If you wake up in the morning, right there you got it better than half of the people who are leaving the earth on that day. You never know when your time's up, so you want to make sure every moment you have is positive. And I'm not saying life's not going to come crashing. I'm not saying like work's not maybe going to stink for the day. All kinds of stuff can happen. But if you go into the day with a crappy mindset, I can guarantee you it's going to be a crappy day. If you go into the day with a great mindset, things that come to you, you'll be able to deal with them so much better. So tonight, before you decide to hop on Facebook or before you decide to sit in front of the television, I want you to think, what is it I want to do tomorrow morning to make my day smoother, to make my life better? And if that includes getting to work early, if that includes getting a workout in the morning, take the steps necessary tonight before you put your head on that pillow to be prepared. So if you want to get to work early, probably better get to bed early. If you want to get a workout in, make sure those gym shoes are sitting there by the bed. And you guys, I know this sounds crazy, but untie them, have them prepped and ready for you to slip your feet in. And if you don't sleep in socks, get the socks and lay them right there next to it. No excuses. Set yourself up for success. If you have been struggling because maybe you're not, maybe one of your goals was to start eating breakfast and you're not eating breakfast for whatever reason, cook it before you go to bed. Cook it while you're cooking dinner and get it in the fridge so it's ready to go. Take these steps the day before to help you with the next day. But the most important part of all of this, even if for some reason you crawl in bed and you forgot to set out your supplements, you forgot to set out your workout clothes, your school books, whatever it is, when you get ready to go to bed, set your intention for the next day. Wrap your mind around what an amazing day you're going to have. And I guarantee you when you wake up in the morning, that is the first thing that's going to cross your mind. So I hope this helps you guys some. I hope it gives you something to think about. I know it seems super simple, and it really is super simple, but it'll make a really big difference in your day-to-day. Just know that the person you want to be is in there. If there's something that you're really fighting for and really working for and you really want but you're not sure how to do it, think to yourself, if I were the person that was living this particular way, you know, maybe it's if I was the mom who had the you know, was handing the kids the lunches as they walked out the door. I don't know. You know, if that's the person you want to be, think what are the things that person does on a routine basis? Well, I can guarantee they're packing lunches the night before. They're not waiting until the morning, right? So think about the routines that get you to where you want to go. Start implementing them. But don't forget, if you want to start your day off right, you have to finish your day off right. So with that and a barking dog, I'm going to hop off here. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.